Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to how it feels to die from a serial killer. What the fuck? Anyways, how it feels to die from every serial killer. Let's check it out. Um,
John Wayne Gacy. Imagine that you're a 16-year-old runaway, homeless and desperate for work. A man in his 30s pulls up in his car and introduces himself as John. He's friendly.
okay, bro. Realistic, bro. Like if you run away, right, and you're alone, and a random guy that looks like this, like a random creep, like he has that creeper face. Are you are you ever gonna be desperate to the point where you're just gonna hop in the car with him, bro? Especially if he looks like this. Like obviously, like in real life, you know this type of look.
Well-dressed, and owns his own construction business. He offers you a job, $10 an hour, cash, no
Hold on,
questions
wait,
asked,
wait, wait, what's the
and
job?
business. Himself as John. He's friendly, well-dressed, and owns his own construction business. He offers you a job, $10 an hour, cash, no questions.
Bro, what year is this? What year is this? $10 an hour, bro. What year is this, bro? 10 hours a, bro. That's nothing.
Asked. He says you can start tomorrow if you come to his house tonight to discuss details. You're desperate, exhausted, and hungry. You accept. His house is normal, suburban, and unremarkable.
Hmm.
Inside, John offers you a beer and starts explaining the construction work. He's personable, jokes around, tells you about his community service work. Then he suggests showing you a magic trick. He pulls out a pair of handcuffs and asks if you can escape from them.
But please tell me you're not this dumb to the. Okay, first of all, let's put the, because this is, I think this is actually an actual story. You go into a random person's house, bro. First off, that's red flags. Like I don't know why you're there. Even if you're hungry, bro, I don't think I'll ever do that. But he tells you to put handcuffs, basically like restricting you, bro. Basically giving you a huge restriction because you can't even really like fight. You're doing it, bro. You're doing it, bro. Not only that, he offered you beer too.
It seems weird, but harmless. You let him put the handcuffs on your wrists.
Oh, yo, what is this position?
The click of the cuffs locking is the last normal sound you hear. John's entire demeanor changes in an instant.
Fucking
The
idiot.
friendly contractor vanishes. He forces you to the floor and ties your ankles. You're screaming, but there's no one to hear you. His neighbors are too far away, and he soundproofed the room.
Yo.
He places a rope around your neck, tied in a specific knot. Then he starts twisting.
I'm not gonna lie, you did it to yourself. You did it to
slowly cutting
yourself.
off your air supply. You can't breathe, and this torture continues for hours. But then finally, he tightens it one last time and doesn't stop. Your last conscious thought is terror. Your body will be buried in the crawl space beneath his house, along with 28 others. John Wayne Gacy was arrested in December 1978.
Oh, this is how the guy looks like?
4 late victims were found in the Des Plaines River.
Yeah, nah.
Police discovered 29 bodies buried beneath his house.
God,
His trial began
damn.
in 1980. He pleaded innocent by reason of insanity. However, the jury convicted him of all.
Wait, you can plead innocent for reason of insanity? What? I did not know that.
And he received the penalty. After all his appeals were denied, he was executed by lethal injection on May 10th, 1994. The Zodiac. You're sitting on a bench at Lake Berryessa in Napa County, California, enjoying a peaceful picnic with your girlfriend on a warm
I know
afternoon.
about the Zodiac because I seen the movie.
The sun is shining, the water is calm, and you're completely relaxed. But suddenly, your girlfriend grabs your arm and points toward the trees. She tells you that she thinks she saw somebody watching you guys in the woods, and before you can even react, a 6-foot-tall, 250-pound psycho approaches you out of nowhere. He's wearing nothing but dark clothes, sunglasses, and a straight-up executioner hoodie with a Zodiac sign at the bottom of it. The hooded man draws a gun and slowly approaches you. Instinctively, you position yourself between him and your girlfriend. But to your absolute surprise, he starts to reason with you. He says that he's an escaped convict from Montana, and that all he needs is your car and money to get to Mexico. Even though you don't really have a choice, you tell him you'll cooperate. He orders both of you to lie face down on the ground. Then he tells your girlfriend to tie you up first. Afterward, he then
I remember this part. This was in the movie. This part was in the movie.
The criminal tears her to shreds right in front of you with a 12-inch carving knife. You scream in horror as you try to break free from your restraints to save him.
Yo, these sound effects.
And charge at him quickly transforms into trying to escape him. Once you realize he turns his attention towards you, A plunges his weapon into your lower back, then your upper back, then above your ribs, and he doesn't stop. Eventually, as you lie on the ground gasping for air, you watch as the man leaves a note on the side of your car. It'd have a Zodiac sign on it, with the dates of 3 recent deaths and the words, "By knife," written besides them. This is what happened to Brian Hartnell and his girlfriend Cecilia Ann Shepard. Luckily enough, Brian would survive the encounter. but his girlfriend sadly would pass. Brian would describe the criminal to police officers, but the Zodiac would never be caught, and he'd go on to claim anywhere from 5 to 37 more victims, leaving behind cryptic notes like this. I like killing people because it
It's
is so much
crazy they
fun.
never caught
It's
him.
more fun than wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all. The Butcher. Imagine you're a 4-year-old waiting at a rural train station in Rostov, Soviet Union, in 1984. A middle-aged man in glasses approaches you, soft-spoken and grandfatherly. He says he knows a shortcut through the woods to the next town, and offers to show you the way. You're running
Nah,
late, and he seems harmless, so you follow him.
bro.
The forest
Never,
gets dark.
never, bro. Oh, and you're walking too. You're not even driving. You're walking in the middle of the forest with a stranger. Nah, I could never. I generally could never, bro. This is why you gotta learn how to do self-defense, bro. Take MMA classes.
And colder, and you begin to feel uneasy when suddenly he grabs you from behind. His strength is pretty shocking for his mild appearance. Suddenly, throws you to the ground and starts slashing with a knife he pulled from his coat. The attack is nothing short of animalistic. The butcher sees your hands, chest, mouth, skull, eyes, and face. You try to scream, but pain cuts your voice short, leaving only faint, rattling breaths. The attack lasts only minutes, but feels like hours. As you're losing consciousness from blood loss, you see him doing something unspeakable with the knife to your body. Your last sensation is the indescribable horror of understanding what's
Bro,
happening
so
and
far,
too weak to stop it.
so far the victims, bro, except the Zodiac. The Zodiac was kind of, they was chilling, and this dude just walked up on them. The first one and this one is the victim's fault for even like being dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you need to have survival instincts, bro. It's literally like natural selection. But you know, RP the victims and stuff. But like, damn. And this is a dude too.
Andre Chikatilo murdered at least 50 people between 1978 and 1990.
Yo.
He was eventually identified as the chief suspect of his heinous crimes and arrested. While in court, he was kept in a cage because of his erratic behavior. On one occasion, he pulled down his pants and in front of the court. He was executed in Moscow prison in 1984. Jeffrey Dahmer. Now imagine you're at a bar in Milwaukee on a Saturday night when a blonde man in his late 20s approaches you. He's charming, good-looking, and well-spoken. He introduces himself as Jeff and offers to buy you a drink. He mentions he's a photographer and asks if you'd be interested in making some quick cash by posing for photos at his apartment.
What do you mean by that?
He offers you $50. You're broke, and he seems harmless enough, so you agree. His apartment is at 924 North 25th Street. It's neat and surprisingly clean. He offers you another drink.
Yo, I wonder if
Strong
people are
rum
renting
and
out these
you
apartments
take
to
a few
this day.
sips, and within minutes, you start feeling
Or
dizzy
maybe
and
the
disoriented.
apartment
Your vision
complex
blurs.
just closed.
You try to stand up, but your legs won't work. The room spins. Jeff is still talking, but his voice sounds distant and distorted. You collapse onto the couch. Then you wake up hours later. But something is wrong. You can't move your arms. You're handcuffed to something. Your head is pounding and your mouth tastes like chemicals. Jeff is standing over you now, and his demeanor has completely changed. The friendly photographer is gone. What remains is cold, empty, and calculated. He doesn't yell or threaten. He just tells you calmly what's going to happen. He's going to strangle you until you pass out. And then his freaky
Bro.
take advantage of your unconscious.
Yo, what? Yo, not only does he kill you, but he bro, he literally, damn. Okay. Bro, so far, bro, I'm not gonna lie, getting stabbed to death is probably the worst thing, bro, because you feel the pain, bro, and it lasts longer. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's obviously, if you were to get murdered, the best way to get murdered is just by obviously not getting murdered, but like the best way to get murdered, if you had to get murdered, is getting shot, because that's like quick and painless, especially like in the head, like quick, you're gone, bro, no pain, no nothing. But getting stabbed, bro, and then choked out, bro, you put chemicals in you and you're getting choked out. And what is this, bro?
Conscious body. If you wake up, he'll do it again, but eventually you'll stop waking up. Your last conscious thoughts are of panic and confusion as his hands wrap around your throat and the world goes dark for the final time. In the same manner, Jeffrey Dahmer,
Bruh, that's
17 young men
disgusting.
and boys between 1978 and 1991. He was arrested in July 1991 after one victim escaped. Harold Shipman. Imagine you're living your bonus years alone in Hyde, Greater Manchester. You've been feeling tired lately and short of breath. You call your family doctor, Dr. Harold Shipman, a respected general practitioner who's been practicing in the area for over 20 years. He makes house calls, which is rare these days, and he's always been so kind and attentive. He arrives at your home within an hour, black medical bag in hand. He takes your blood pressure, listens to your heart, and asks about your symptoms. He tells you it's likely just a circulation issue, nothing to worry about, but he'd like to give you an injection that will help. You trust him completely. He's your doctor. He prepares a syringe from his bag. You barely feel the needle go into your arm. Within seconds, a warm sensation spreads through your body. You feel relaxed, peaceful, almost euphoric. Dr. Shipman is asking you questions, but his voice is getting farther away. You're so tired suddenly. Your eyelids are impossibly heavy. You try to respond, but the words won't come. Your breathing slows, your vision narrows to a pinpoint of light, then disappears entirely. You die in your armchair, peacefully, never knowing your trusted doctor just you with a lethal injection of diamorphine. Harold Shipman was convicted of 15 patients in 2000, but investigators believe he killed between 215 and 250 people over his career. On January 13th, 2004, he
What?
himself in his cell at Wakefield Prison.
Bro, I hate when they just kill themselves, bro. Like, bro, just live out, bro. Just live out and suffer, bro. Suffer more, bro. Do not just end your life that quick, bro. You need to suffer for sure.
Spreads through your body. You feel relaxed, peaceful, almost euphoric. Dr. Shipman is asking you questions, but his voice is getting farther away. You're so
Bro,
tired suddenly. Your eyelids are impossibly heavy. You try to respond, but the words won't come. Your breathing slows, your vision narrows to a pinpoint of light, then disappears entirely. You die in your armchair, peacefully, never knowing your trusted doctor just you with a lethal injection of diamorphine. Harold Shipman was
bro. As long as you don't feel pain, I guess, and you get to feel euphoria before you die, I guess that wasn't that
in
bad.
his cell in 1870.
Obviously, dying is bad and stuff, and like getting killed is bad. But like I'm saying, like out of all these ways of people got murdered, bro, this is probably the most peaceful out of all of them.
A man named Albert Fish suffered horrific as a child at an orphanage, where he was regularly beaten and as a result, he exhibited troubling behaviors that would escalate over the years of his life. Fish would lure with promises of work, candy, or both. And in 1928, while pretending to be a wealthy man visiting a family's house to hire their son for work, Albert would convince the parents of named Grace to let him take her to a birthday party. He didn't spontaneously do this, however. He was only able to take them after building trust and warmth with the family. And as you could guess, there was no party. He took her to an abandoned house, strangled her, dismembered her body, cooked her, and ate her. 6 years later, Albert would send the family a letter saying this: "On Sunday, June 3rd, 1928, I called on you and brought you pot cheese with
What
strawberries.
the fuck?
We had lunch. Then Grace sat in my lap and gave me a kiss on my cheek. It was at this point that I made up my mind to eat her." The rest of the letter is disgusting, repulsive, and detailed. After reading it, Grace's traumatized parents were able to use it as evidence for officials to track and capture Albert. And after he was arrested, medical examinations revealed that Albert had inserted over 29 needles into his pelvic region and groin area. X-rays
Wait,
showed them
what?
embedded deep in his body.
What? What are you? Why are you pins in his private, bro? What?
Many having been there for years. He had hammered them into himself as punishment and as a twisted form of
What the fuck? What? Bro, I just don't know what to say to that, bro. That's so fucking painful, bro. Oh my god, why would he do that?
gratification. Sadly, Grace's fate would be the same of over 1 to 400 other that Albert Fish did this to.
400
He was
children.
later on by the electric chair in 1936 at 65.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is like the easy way out for them, bro. Don't do that. Make them suffer. Use them as punchy bags, bro. Throw them to the rats, bro. Like you really make the bro. I'm telling you, the death penalty is too easy, bro. You gotta like make them suffer like the same way their victims suffer, bro.
Old. He wrote a final statement, but the only person who was able to ever read it was his lawyer, and he refused to release it to the public because he considered it the filthiest thing he had ever read in his life. Majority of people in real life are actually pretty normal, but nonetheless, bad apples still do exist. So always make sure that you're not out at night too late without your friends or family, and also
Aw, W
always let
advice.
your loved ones know where you are at all times. Oh yeah, and most importantly, carry protection. Hit the gym, invest in some pepper spray, a taser, or if you're licensed and old enough, maybe some concealed carry. Anyways, have a happy day.
Aw, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This whole video was dark, but the ending, kind of brightened me up a little. Especially Corey dancing and stuff. Like, yo, I fuck with the beat. Hey, let me know what y'all want me to react to next, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.